President Trump said during this announcement today, Gordon, that the Chinese were hurting with the tariffs that were currently imposed. He said they were closing up factories. They were having a lot of unrest. Are those things true?
Yes, they are. And they were actually true even before Trump took office in the second term, because China's export model is not really appropriate for today's deglobalizing world. We saw a lot of export-oriented factories, especially in the southern portion of the country. They just didn't have enough orders. But when you have President Trump's tariffs, they drove a lot of those factories into bankruptcy. So there's a lot of workers on the streets. Also, we're seeing problems in smaller financial institutions that apparently don't have the funds to pay off depositors. So we see protests at banks. This is a very bad situation for China.
Really interesting, Gordon. So do you think President Trump is aware of that and playing to that?
Yes, I think so, because as you point out, he was talking about that today, and he doesn't want to see China pushed over the cliff. So I think that he gave them a grace period in which to sort of come to terms with the United States. You know, Trump talked about rebalancing the Chinese economy, making it open to American business. We've been trying to do that for decades. That was part of the World Trade Organization plan when China acceded in 2001. China continued to violate its promises, and so China is still closed, and even more closed than it was a couple of years ago. Yep.